Meg Mathews took to Instagram on Thursday to hit out at the Queen's Royal Guard for using real bear skins in their ceremonial caps and not faux fur. The ex-wife of Noel Gallagher, 56, took to the social media platform during the celebrations trooping of the colour as hundreds of soldiers proudly line the mall wearing the tall black headpiece. Meg shared a grainy clip of Her Majesty previously meeting the guard riding Happy Jubilee. The hats are made from the fur of Canadian wild black bears, which are culled to keep numbers down. A row erupted in government in 2021 over plans to replace the Queen's Guard's bearskin hats with cruelty-free headwear designed by Stella Meg penned, "Happy Jubilee, or is it? Not for the hundreds of black bears that are killed each year for the Queen's Guards. It takes one whole black bear for each ceremonial hat, and they are not even used for combat. The Ministry of Defence have a lot to answer. I am sure Christopher Robin and Alice had no idea when they went to watch Changing. The same as me, I had no idea. If you didn't know this horrendous fact, then please." And this comes after actor and model Rafferty Law, 25, also took aim at the Ministry of Defence despite having no military experience. Rafferty's new career in activism follows the path of his dad Jude Law, who previously sent a letter on behalf of PETA urging the World Trade Organization to uphold the EU ban on seal fur imports. The model had previously attempted to follow in Jude's acting footsteps with a role in the universally panned Oliver Twist. Rafferty's campaign also comes 16 years after Rafferty's mum Sadie Frost posed nude for PETA's famous "I'd rather go naked than wear fur." The new animal rights crusade sees Rafferty point out that it takes the skin of at least one bear to make a single cap, which serves absolutely no military purpose, yet, each cap costs taxpayers £1,710. More than £1 million of UK taxpayers' money has been spent on these caps in the past 7 years, despite the fact that Ecopol has offered to supply the mod with unlimited free faux bear fur until 20. In the video, Law explains that these bears are often nursing mothers, whose cubs are left to starve. One cap can actually represent the painful deaths of an entire and for what? It's sickening and quite frankly devastating. The Ministry of Defence has responded, "Currently we have no plans to end the use of bear pelts that are used are the byproducts of a licensed cull by the Canadian authorities to manage the wild bear population." Guardsmen take great pride in wearing the bearskin cap, which is an iconic image of it must look smart but also be practical for the guardsmen to wear in wet or dry. The material it is made from must therefore meet the 5 required criteria. Mod do use man-made alternatives in their uniforms where these provide suitable, affordable and sustainable alternative to animal products. Despite the MOD's claims that the bears are killed as part of a Canadian government-sanctioned cull, PETA say they have found no evidence of any Canadian province running, or having previously run, any official black bear culling program. Law's video marks his second anti-fur campaign with PETA. It comes on the heels of the launch of a government petition by Britain's Got Talent star Alicia Dixon, that seeks 100,000 signatures in order to trigger a parliamentary debate on the MOD's continued use of bears. To date, the campaign has 35,800 signatures. Law comes from a family of proud anti-fur activists. His mother, Sadie Frost, previously appeared in PETA's iconic "I'd rather go naked than wear fur" series in an ad stating "Turn your back." His father, Jude, sent a letter on behalf of PETA urging the World Trade Organization to uphold the EU ban on seal fur imports, which Rafferty has also followed his parents into acting, making his movie debut in last year's Twist, a modern retelling of Charles Dickens' 1838 novel Oliver Twist, alongside Michael Caine, Lena Headey, and Rita. The film was met with a lukewarm response from critics, and took $212,125 at the global box office. The Ministry of Defence's statement of the use of bearskins in full. Currently we have no plans to end the use of bearskins. Bear pelts that are used are the byproducts of a licensed cull by the Canadian authorities to manage the wild bear population. Bears are never hunted to order for use by the mod. Our suppliers source pelts made available by the Canadian authorities following a licensed cull as part of a program to manage the wild bear population, provincial, territorial, Federal and international laws provide strict trade regulations to protect against unlawful trade in black bears both within Canada and bear pelts that are used for the Queen's Guard ceremonial caps are the byproducts of these licensed culls, as opposed to fur being harvested from an animal being bred for this sole purpose. Therefore, any reduction in the number of bearskins procured by the MOD would not equate to a reduction in the numbers of bears being culled. Guardsmen take great pride in wearing the bearskin cap, which is an iconic image of it must look smart but also be practical for the guardsmen to wear in wet or dry. The material it is made from must therefore meet the 5 required criteria. MOD do use man-made alternatives in their uniforms where these provide suitable, affordable and sustainable alternative to animal For example, the smaller busby hats worn by the King's Troop are made from faux fur. Unfortunately, there is currently no non-animal alternative available that meet the essential criterion for the Queen's Guard ceremonial. A man-made fabric manufactured by Ecopol was passed to an independent testing house by PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and those results were shared with the MOD. However, our analysis of the results shows that it does not in fact reach the standards needed to provide an effective replacement for our bearskin ceremonial cap. Analysis of these recent tests conducted on the fake fur fabric showed it met only one of the 5 requirements to be considered as a viable alternative for ceremonial cap. Whilst it met the basic standard for water absorption, it showed unacceptable rates of water shedding and performed poorly on the visual. As the artificial fur sadly didn't meet the standards required for a ceremonial cap which is worn throughout the year and in all weathers, the MOD has no plans to take this fake fur fabric. As well as passing initial laboratory tests, any new fabric would have to meet with user approval for shape and comfort for a parade length of duty. It would look at whether the fabric could maintain its shape over time, whether it is comfortable and safe for the user, including ensuring any waterproof backing is breathable, whether the faux fur is waterproof after the shaping, sewing and perforation that would be involved, and consideration would also be given to its sustainability compared to the current natural